Hello, it's Jay here again and welcome to another tutorial. So in this lesson we're actually going to fill out the flashlight flashing, the last function, and we're also going to clean up this code from our old function of flashlight on. And before we do that we just need to make one change, and I'm going to come here, flashlight on high. Now, when we press, if I come to flashlight on low, the mouse button, we switch states to flashlight on high. But because all we're saying is get mouse button, it's going to flick between one or the other. So we want it to flick back to low when we release the mouse button. And we just do that by saying get mouse button up. And we'll change the comment if we release the mouse button in the comment. And with that in place, we can now get rid of all this if block. And yes, we can get rid of these two as well. I'm going to save these ones for now. Let's just save that off. Now, if we change states to flashlight flashing, we're already setting the intensity, angle and range, but we also need to drain the battery still. So I'm going to come to flashlight on low and I'm going to copy that, and let's paste that line in. We'll come below and we're going to start coroutine, open and close brackets, close the line off, inside brackets little speech marks, and we're going to use the enumerator naming convention of flashlight modifier, and we'll paste that in the middle. So let's get that into the comments now. So we'll say start, I'll copy and paste the name in again, flashlight modifier, and I'll just put function. So with that in place, we still need to be able to switch the light off. So we're going to say if, and I'm going to use this one I think out of the flashlight on high. We're going to copy this entire if block. So let's copy that and let's paste that in. And the one thing we need to do is let's copy this new start coroutine line and let's paste it in. Yeah, I'll paste it in here. And we're going to change start to stop coroutine. And we'll also change it in the comments. So now in the flashlight flashing, we are draining the battery. We're starting the modifier that handles the flicker. We went through this in the previous lesson when we originally created the flashlight. But if we switch off to conserve our last remaining battery power, we do the same things as we've done before. We play the switch audio and flashlight enabled to false. We added to stop the modifier function, and then we just set the state to flashlight off. So let's come here and let's come back up, see if we can actually copy a line here. In fact, let's just type this one in, because we're going to say if, open and close brackets, might just be easier just to type it out, if current battery power is greater than battery power modifier. This means we've added, if we've added a battery while we're flashing, we need to switch back to a state where it's not flashing. In this case, we'll switch back to flashlight on low. Let's get that into the comments. So we'll say if current power is greater than the modifier. Let's come below here, and I'm going to copy this line from the flashlight on high, where we switch back to the flashlight on low state. So we'll copy that and we'll paste that in. And then obviously you can switch back to high beam from there should you wish. And let's come down. First thing I'm going to do is copy that if block. If current battery power is less than 0, and this we can leave as is. Let's just tidy up the comments. I'm just going to change that to current power is less than 0, then make current power equal to 0. And in fact we can get rid of these open and close brackets, and we can just leave it like that. But I'm actually going to copy and paste it in again above, and we're going to change a lot. I'm going to get rid of all of that, and we're going to use the greater than symbol. So if current battery power is greater than 0, so let's put that into the comments. If current power is less than, is greater than 0, we'll come below here, we'll return. Let's close that line off. And we'll put that in. So then do nothing and return. So we'll just put that if block in, the return one, just for optimization. So if we have some power left, we're only going to read this part of the code. However, once we've run out of battery power completely, we make sure, and we've done this plenty of times, that we cannot have a negative value. And then we have some more things to put in. We'll begin by saying if open and close brackets, inside the brackets, current battery power double equals 0. Again, we've been through this before, but to come to the end of the line, open and close brackets. So we make sure we cannot have a negative value and that current battery power is exactly 0. And if it is 0, and let's put that into the comments, if current power is equal to 0, we'll come inside, and again we're going to come here. We'll still need to do these things here, so we'll need to disable the flashlight component, and we also need to stop the coroutine and switch states to flashlight off. So let's copy and paste that. And if you noticed, I have not copied the audio line because we haven't actually pressed the switch. The flashlight is just cut out. So I think this should work rather nicely. So let's come here to private void flashlight on, our old void. And let's delete the entire function. And you know, this one can be changed to private should you wish. Private IEnumerator flashlight modifier. And I don't think we actually need to change this. So we enable the flashlight between min flicker speed and max, and disable on the same. So I'll just tidy up the comments there. Let's save that off. And I'm just going to have a quick look through. So let's have a look. Yes, we already put in if we have no battery power, so that should be absolutely fine. Let's look at the add battery function. And that line should be absolutely fine. If current battery power is greater than max, then make current power equal to max. And again, I'm just going to make the comment sound a little better. Current and current. I'll type that out in full. We'll save that off there. So I think we're about done apart from one other function. And yes, I'll probably go ahead and tidy these comments up as well. From the flashlight off. Let's just quickly bring these all into line. Let's make our script nice and neat and easy to read. And we'll save that off there. So, just bear with me. These ones up at the top, I nearly missed. So let's just get those tidied up. And yes, we do have one other function to actually create. So let's come right down to the bottom here. This has to be of type public, because the inventory script is going to access this. Could be of type void, and we're going to call it increase max battery. Let's open and close the brackets. In fact, we'll open and close here as well. And inside these brackets here, we're going to say int underscore increase max battery amount. Let's come inside, and what we're going to do is say underscore, and we want maximum battery power. We're going to say plus, then equal the increase max battery amount. Let's close that line off into the comments. Add increase max battery amount to our max battery. We'll come here. So these are for, obviously, the boosts. This is to add a normal battery. This is to add a battery that's going to permanently increase our max battery power. And then we'll make current battery power just a single equals, and we're going to say maximum battery power. Let's close that line off into the comments. Make current power equal to max. Let's just save that off there. Let's downsize it, and I am actually going to open the inventory script. And let's come down here. I just want to check now our battery boost, use battery, so we can add. So we haven't got the code in place in our inventory for the battery boost. So we cannot test this function out as of yet. We will do when we continue on with the inventory, which we will be doing in the next lesson. But for now, let's save this off and let's downsize Mono Develop, and let's test out how we are working. Let's just clear all that. Those yellow errors have just been caused since the latest update to Unity. It's nothing to do with our script, so please don't worry about it. So we can switch the battery on. If I hold the right mouse button, we switch to high. And if I release, as you can see, I can switch it on and off. Let's just drain the battery and see if the flicker is working correct. So mine's set at 10. And as you can see, it's flickering. Let's just stop that there. Let's stop the play. We need to come to the FPS controller. And we're going to start the game again. Let's bring up the GUI. Let's switch the flashlight on. And let's run down that battery a bit. I'm going to switch it off at 80. So hopefully you can see in the video my battery says 80 out of 100. And what I'm going to do is come here and I'm going to add a battery to the inventory just for testing purposes. And let's switch to the inventory now. So if we hit use for the battery, as you can see, we've now gone to 100. If we close the inventory, now look, battery 100. We've added the battery, it's disappeared from our inventory. So the add battery function is working within the inventory system now. And again, we'll do some more tests with the pickups once we've created the pickups for all the other things such as the health pack water. So we will be testing all that out, but let's continue on with the inventory, get all the code in place we need to be able to use our consumables and our boosts, and then we'll come back and we'll do a full and proper test. But I think we're going to leave it here for this video. So as always, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you next time. And until then, as always, bye for now.